Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Joe Stunner Boxing. One thing about the whole Ryan Garcia farce, which I think is what it is, that hasn't been mentioned too much is the involvement, or maybe lack of involvement, of Derrick James. I've got to ask, why is Derrick James messing around with this kid? Why is he even involved with him? He's actually doing his own reputation, career, whatever you want to call it, a disservice, I think, because Ryan is obviously, I don't know what he is. He's away with the fairies. He seems to be intent on sort of living in his own mind as a great living legend. Doesn't seem in touch with reality. Just seems to be some sort of internet star, social media star who happens to have a lot of boxing talent, but who's lost his way. He's totally lost his way, I think, in life, never mind in boxing. But James, you would think, would be the sort of no-nonsense trainer who would demand discipline at the very least. Missing weight by 3.2 pounds that's not 3.2 ounces, that's 3.2 pounds. Occasionally a few ounces, there may be some extenuating circumstance why you've missed weight. Although you could argue it's still unprofessional. 3.2 pounds indicates that you weren't even trying to make weight. And if that's the case, well, regardless of whether that's the case, to miss it by 3.2 pounds, you'd think Derrick James, as the trainer, would be, crimson with embarrassment that his fighter has missed by that much. Well, he must have seen it coming. He must have seen Garcia's antics and attitude, and it must have reflected in the gym, in his dieting, in his strength and conditioning, that he was going to miss weight. If it's by that much, again, if it's an ounce or two, okay, mistakes get made. But now Derrick James made his name, of course, with Errol Spence, and I believe they've separated. There was it was pretty much confirmed that they separated. About a month ago, I think it was confirmed. And then he trained Anthony Joshua for a couple of fights, comeback fights. And okay, I'm not doubting his ability as a trainer at all. But you would think that with Spence making your name with a particular fighter, it does open doors to become a sort of hired gun where you can, move from fight to fight. I mean, even Emmanuel Stewart, as brilliant as he was, he did a bit of this in the second half of his career. He was like the guy you brought in when you had a talented fighter who had, cracks in the veneer, who needed someone to sort of join the dots and take all those individual bits of talent and tie them together to make a complete fighter. We did it with Lennox Lewis, of course, and later on Vladimir Klitschko. Lewis and Klitschko had been knocked out, and I think Emmanuel Stewart sort of rebuilt from the floorboards up. In the case of Ryan Garcia, when he took him on, perhaps he saw a great deal of raw talent. James, obviously, I'm talking about now, not Emmanuel. He probably had the same attitude. Well, I can, take this guy who's been knocked out by Tank Davis, and clearly he's got talent, and I can put it all together to make a much better fighter. Just as Emmanuel Stewart did with Klitschko. And, other trainers have done the same thing. They've been brought in, It's difficult to know. It's difficult to sort of point fingers at trainers because they may have very good intent. When Derrick James took on Ryan Garcia, maybe he did think, okay, maybe he needs a fatherly figure. Maybe he needs someone who can put it all together, who knows how to sort of, because you can have ingredients, but if you're going to bake a cake or make a meal or whatever, you've got to know how to put it all together. Otherwise, it don't matter how good the ingredients are, the meal tastes like crap. And perhaps James took on Garcia thinking, okay, big star, got the talent. Yeah, I can do something with this kid. Well, it looks like you can't, Derrick, because this kid's out of control. He's long gone. I've said several times in videos, I don't really know why this fight's going ahead. It's clear that Ryan Garcia isn't in a good place. I fully expect Haney to win with relative ease. Probably Garcia will come out very wild. It will be an extension of his out-of-the-ring behaviour leading up to the fight. He'll probably leave himself wide open. I can see him coming out and it's kill or be killed. But the moment he gets clocked, the moment he gets put in a box, contained, and Haney starts landing punches and it's death by 1,000 jabs, or, I think Garcia will quit. I think he'll quit on his stool, probably. He'll get out of the embarrassment of being knocked out. There'll be some excuse. And then the narrative will probably be, well, this kid was in a bad place and he's, the comeback is on. He lost his way in life, but the prodigal son returns. Here he is, he's coming back. And he'll be interviewed numerous times saying, I don't know. I don't even recognize that guy. I don't know where I was. I was in such a bad place, but praise Jesus, I'm back. And that will be the narrative that will be spun, okay, after this debacle's over with. And it's just very sad. It's very sad to see a kid who's got talent and money and the world at his feet just, wrecking his life. But again, to get back to the point of this video, Derrick James, where are you? What are you doing? Why are you allowing this to happen? You're the head trainer. Are you just there for the paycheck? You're a good trainer, but why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you involved with this kid? When there's fighters out there who would love to have you as their trainer, who would listen to you. It's almost like he's conspicuous by his absence, at least in the front of the cameras, Derrick James. You would expect him to, if he believes in his fighter, to be there. I mean, I know it's not his style, but in the past, like for example, when there was the build-up with Spence versus Bud, he was on the top table saying his piece. He's made comments, but he doesn't seem to. I think this will probably be the final time that he'll work with Ryan, or maybe not. Maybe if there's more money to be made, I don't know. I don't know Derrick James. Never met him. Never likely to meet him. But now Spencer's gone. He's probably scratching around on the floor looking for someone to replace that main focus for his career as a trainer. I don't think Ryan Garcia is it. I really don't. And it is a shame to see this kid wrecking himself. But drinking a beer when he's being, after just before he stands on the scales, knowing damn well he's over 3 pounds overweight. Afterwards, talking crap on the mic, telling everyone to suck a certain part of his anatomy. Thank you for the offer, but I'll decline, Ryan. It's all a bit silly, isn't it, really? It's almost like you've given a 12-year-old the key to the sweet shop. Yeah. Anyway, what do you think? Comments below, as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Just a few thoughts, really. Where is Derrick James? What is he doing? Why is he with Ryan Garcia? Answer all those questions for me, and I'll have a read of your take and answer as many questions, as many comments as I can. And of course, if you're new to the channel, you could subscribe. That would be a massive help too. And please like the video if you liked it. I will catch you all later, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, and bye for now.